This is breaking news from 4 News Now.
Good afternoon for 4 News Now. We're continuing our FIREWATCH coverage as we have been all day. 2 main wildfires burning in Spokane County has forced a state of emergency to be called that allows more resources to come into the county to fight these wildfires. We're going to be focusing on the Gray wildfire right now, and 4 News Now's Jordan Smith is down in Medical Lake with the latest information. Jordan, what do we know right now?
Well, Rob, right now, still learning a little bit more on the details here. We saw all of those images of those flames last night on the newscast, and I want to show you what was left behind here. I'm in a neighborhood where this used to be lined with properties all around the lake, and tonight you can see the impact of what's left behind. These cars melted here, left behind as well. Those houses that have been here for decades now turned to rubble. We've seen families coming by and checking out, seeing if their house made it. A few of them fortunately have, but for the most part, these families have been sifting through rubble. I'm wearing a mask, as you can see here. The fumes are potent. It's impossible to ignore. But yeah, families coming by. We're seeing a car drive by right now, checking on their house, seeing if there's anything salvageable. But for the most part, it's pretty much destitute and in ruins. So unfortunately, it's an awful situation. We're seeing for the first time the impact that those flames have had, and what was left behind for these families who had to evacuate. All of these homes gone within a mere couple of hours.
Got it. And Jordan, at last report, the Gray fire is at 9,500 acres. We did just speak with DNR, and the fire is about 10% contained, which is up from 0 where it was last night and this morning. But 10% in the grand scheme of a near 10,000 acre fire is not very much. So this is still very much an active and dangerous situation for folks. We do have an update also. I-90 closures. We do have I-90 closed at Sprague and Geiger. Also, I-90 continues to be closed at Salnave Road and the SR 902 and the interchange between Salnave and State Route 902. Jordan, I assume to get down there, how did you drive down there?
I went through Airway Heights, and police actually had blocked off. I'm forgetting the road I took to get up here, but it was a road that was blocked off by police. And I chatted with them, and I said that we were coming through, just trying to get an idea of what had happened. And for the most part, they were telling people to stay away. There was a little bit of mixed messaging, unfortunately, between fire and police. Fire was allowing a few people through. Police were saying that wasn't supposed to be happening. But yeah, they allowed me through Medical Lake to chat with a few families. And it sounds like other families have been allowed to drive through as well. Rob, I saw as people were driving back into Medical Lake for the first time, you could see it on their faces, what they were returning to. I saw one woman wiping away tears from her eyes as she was driving through what was left of Medical Lake. There was scorched earth everywhere, a couple of burnt houses, but that's how I got through. And so connecting with some of the community members here, it's just been devastating to hear their stories.
It's absolutely heartbreaking, and these are the people that we're trying to inform everyone that these are the people that are impacted by these fires, the people who just 24 hours ago and living normal lives, and now they've lost everything. Jordan, have you spoken with anyone who has lost a home about what it's been like?
Yeah, I spoke with a family who they owned 4 properties all in this general area here, and it was another Friday for these people, right? I mean, they were getting ready for the weekend, and then to get these fire evacuation notices, okay, it's 200 acres, and then 300, now it's 500, now you have to get out right now, and the uncertainty that was felt by these people. I mean, they shared that with me, and it's impossible to relate to that situation unless you're in it, you know what I mean? And so they tell me as they come back and they've looked at the damage that's left behind, it's heartbreaking. And they did say, things can be replaced. People cannot. Unfortunately, we all got out safe. So a lot of people coming with that glass half full approach here. The other thing I really want to highlight here, Rob, is that the community has been outstanding. For people whose homes that weren't burnt down, they've offered a hand to those people who don't have a place to go. They say, hey, you need anything? Knock on our door, we'll help you out. Food, if you need a place to stay. So the support has been resounding here in the community as really we're in day one of trying to get a grip on this fire and start to rebuild and give people an idea of where they can stay long term as they try to find a new home to live in.
Got it. And while you are in an area that the fire has already moved through, it's still very much an active situation. There are still, hundreds, thousands of individuals and hundreds of structures threatened in the Spokane County area between the two fires. A reminder, though, I spoke with 4 News Now's Peter Choi earlier, who got to speak with some of the people who evacuated. For a reminder that the evacuation site is at Spokane Falls Community College if you do have to evacuate from the medical area. Jordan, anything else you want to add before I let you go?
No, Rob, just, the site here, really heart-wrenching, and obviously our thoughts and our hearts are going out to the families who are scrambling to find a new place to live, and we'll be here trying to connect with some of those families and give you the very latest tonight on the news.
Got it. Jordan, thank you very much.
Yep.
A reminder, you can follow Jordan Smith on his social media to get the latest information from where he's at in Medical Lake right now. We will continue to check in with our reporters that are out in the field. It's all hands on deck here at 4 News Now. Also, be sure to download the 4 News Now mobile app. Have your notifications turned on so that way if the fire is shifting, evacuation orders changed, you can get the latest in breaking news in your community. So like I said, we will be checking in with our reporters later on today, but for now, live in studio, I'm Rob King for 4 News Now.